Hey guys. Sorry I'm running a little late. I'm in the process of doing. Unfortunately, I have to do a foreclosure on an asset, so just got off the phone with the servicing company. But um, but hey, I just want to say thanks for taking your time to join me on these 5 minute ish Fridays. They truly mean the world to me. So I'll go ahead and I'll get into it since I'm running a little late. So in 2000, I like to start these off with some stats. So in 2025, National Association of Realtors reported 63% of real estate pros saw title fraud or deed theft, mostly in the Northeast. Another stat, give me a second. Another stat is back in 2019 to 2023, there were 58,141 victims in the United States reported. I mean, and it's gone up 1.3 billion in losses related to real estate fraud. So this is what actually brings me to today's topic: is the power of O&E reports. You need, as Ronald Reagan used to say, you need to trust but verify. Oh, give me a second here. And so anytime that you're going to be doing any type of real estate transaction, more specifically like notes, you need to look at the title to make sure that it's actually clean. And so in O&E, this will actually help you out in this. Just before I get started, I am not a financial planner or CPA. This video is for educational purposes only. This is not investment, tax, or legal advice. Please consult with a qualified professional for advice. Any advice that I give you, anybody else gives you, whatever program you're looking at, please just consult with an attorney or your financial planner. They will have your interest, your best interest at heart, right? You're paying them to keep you protected. So just, do, as I said in the beginning, trust but verify, and just always run this by somebody that has your interest at heart. So what is an O&E report? It stands for Ownership and Encumbrance Report. It's a snapshot of the current owner, the open liens and mortgages, judgment, taxes, or homeowners association issues. And it's not a full title commitment, but it's cheaper and faster. So oftentimes when I buy these notes, I'll always order an O&E report. I always do a broker's price opinion. The next one I'll do a BPO slide on this, or 5 minute-ish Fridays. But I always order an O&E report. That way I can look at all the liens, if there's any liens associated with it, and then I also look at all the assignment of mortgages and also the allonges, just to make sure what I'm seeing in the collateral file is also matching up in these O&E reports. If you're buying notes, you 1,000,000% need to order these O&E reports. So why note investors use O&E reports? Verify borrower's ownership, confirm lien position, make sure it's really a first lien. I had several where they said it was a first, and it looked like it was a first. But then, it's like when I ordered the lien, and it actually came in, so I actually saw it was a second. So, these little things, it verifies what they're telling you is what it's actually seeing. In some cases, it's not. So just always order an O&E. And it also identifies unpaid taxes or homeowners association dues, and spots potential title problems early on. So, it's one of these things where if you see something is broken in the title and it's not matching up with the paperwork that you have, that's where you need to be using an attorney to have them look at it. If you can't research it yourself, you can hire an attorney to help you to see if it's actually fixable, and it's not going to cost you a lot of money. So these O&E reports, they are worth their weight in gold. O&E versus the full title search. O&Es are quick, lower cost, and limited scope. Full title search, they're more expensive, full chain of title, needed for closing and refinances. You typically, with these full title searches, it's like, anytime you purchase real estate, where you're closing title, you oftentimes order these full title searches, and really when to use them. Buying these notes, I use it for due diligence, just making sure that what I'm seeing in these O&E reports matches up with the collateral file, I go one step further too. I call the county just to make sure that they don't have any liens associated with the property. Um, and then I also go into the county's courthouse when applicable, when it's available online, to research that information. So I just want to verify, I just want to dot the I's and cross the T's on these. So what's included in an O&E report? Owner of record, legal description of the property, deed of trust or mortgages, and the tax status. And it also shows your liens, judgments, or any encumbrances on that asset that you're looking at. The cost on these and the turnaround, they're typically between $85 to $150, $200. The turnaround time is usually within 24 to 72 hours. And you can order these through a third-party company. I use Baldwin Associates Group, Dickie Baldwin Bag, and I've been using him for years for all my O&E reports and my BPOs, and I've just been extremely happy with the service. So here's an example scenario. Like I was talking about before, you buying a note that you think is a first lien, the O&E reveals a tax lien plus a prior mortgage. So without that O&E, you could have overpaid or lost position, and you don't want to be buying a first when you think it's a first and it's actually a second, and because the positions actually matter in these notes. So mistakes to avoid: relying on what the seller's word, what they're telling you, assuming position without verification, skipping O&E to save time and money. Just always trust but verify on these things. So some key takeaways: always please order an O&E report before funding any deal. Double check the lien position and taxes. Protect your investment with proper due diligence. And like I was saying before, please trust but verify. Trust what they're telling you, but verify what they're telling you, right? So that way, it protects you. And then if you're using private money, it protects your private lenders as well. So with that is the end of the 5-minute-ish Fridays. I'm not seeing any questions. So if you have them, please feel free to drop them in the replay chat or here live. Like I said, I'm not seeing anything, but if you found this helpful, please follow for more. I'll be breaking down more strategies as the weeks come. And if you have any questions, you can always shoot them to Larry@ljhinvestments.com. Or you can send me a text message or call me, 513-301-1468. Or you can schedule a call, a 30-minute Calendarly link. We can do a Zoom call, or we can just do a chat on the phone, whatever's convenient for you. You could talk with LarryHoffman.com. So you can just go ahead and schedule that appointment. Hang on, let me move this over here. You can just schedule that appointment if you need be. Whether you have lazy assets that you're looking to put to work, earning an above average return, or you have questions about your retirement or lack of retirement, or mortgage notes, just please feel free to reach out to me. And if you have any questions, just schedule a time with me. All right, guys, I'll see you guys later. Bye.